ただいまより女子シングルス決勝を行います。
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the finalists of women's singles.
So the public address announcer welcomes the women's singles players onto court for the final of the Japan Open 2008. A two-time former champion here, Zhou, winner in 2001 and 2002, but then she was representing China, now resides and plays her badminton out of Hong Kong. And Hong Kong have never won a title here at the Japan Open.
The finalists of women's singles are Mi ZHOU of Hong Kong, China.
Zhou
Wang Yihan
and Wang Yihan of China.
Wang Yihan. So as far as Zhou is concerned, the 29-year-old from Guangzhou in China moved to Hong Kong in 2005. And there was a slight controversy, I suppose, about the reason why she left the Chinese National Training Center in Beijing. It was revealed earlier this year that in fact the head coach from China, Li Yongbo, had said to Zhou during the Olympic semi-final when she was playing against Jiang Ning, who went on to take the gold medal, advised this young lady here not to play too hard and to allow Jiang Ning to win, to give Jiang Ning a better chance in the final against a non-Chinese opponent. So world ranking of 9, seeded 7 here at the Yonex Japan Open, and she has had a reasonable run through to today's final, apart from a semi-final against the #1 seed Lu Lan of China. She started off with a victory against Saina Nehwal, who of course was in great form. She won the event last week in Taipei, Gold Grand Prix event in Taipei. So she was in good form and she disposed of her in 2 straight games. But it was that semi-final against the #1 seed Lu Lan that was the real tester. Dropped the opening game 9-21 before coming back 21-13, 21-13 in 49 minutes. Now her opponent, just 20 years of age, tall lady, 1m78, and only 31 on the world ranking. And I can tell you that part of that is because she hasn't played on the world tour for 6 months. The last tournaments prior to coming to Japan were in March. She played the German Open, where she reached the final, and then the All England and Swiss Open Super Series events, where she lost in the 2nd round. Now if you look at that, that is impressive. Unseeded, disposes of the top Japanese player in the quarterfinal, Hirose, and then in the semi-final, the #2 seed, the holder of this title from Denmark. And let's not forget actually beating in the 2nd round the #8 seed, Yin of Hong Kong. But certainly the match that I watched with great interest was the quarterfinal against Yuriko Hirose of Japan. She was 15-20 down in that 2nd game, was the youngster Wang Yihan, before coming back to win it 23-21. Reigning world junior champion, won that title in Seoul in 2006, and you can see from her legs she's a very good natural athlete. Tall, good toned muscle.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Wang Yihan, China.
Batnagar.
On my left,
the
Mi ZHOU, Hong Kong, China.
From Australia.
Zhou need to serve. Love all. Play.
So the number 7 seed from Hong Kong, far side of the court, the two-time former champion Zhu Mi, who won those titles when representing China, up against one of the most talented players in world badminton, Wang Yihan, the world junior champion. Crikey, that was way long of the back line. In fact, hit the blue mat at the back. Terrific skills, Zhu Mi. That was always her trademark.
2-1.
World Championship silver medalist from 2001, Olympic bronze medalist in Athens in 2004, All England champion in 2003. But even when she was representing China, I thought she was probably one of the most deceptive players on the world tour, but I did have question marks about her stamina and her fitness.
Service over. 2-all.
And in all honesty, I suspect that scenario is still true today. That time the clear is just long.
Service over. 3-2.
I have noticed earlier on in the tournament that Wang Yihan really does like to play the round-the-head shot, even when they get into fast driving rallies. Instead of playing a backhand, absolutely determined to play with that forehand action. Oops, goodness me. I hope that ankle didn't go over. Slipped as she lunged forward to the net. And she's just having a little look. We can't see it at the moment, but having a little look to just test if there's a wet patch on the court. The last thing we want is any injuries. This has all the potential of a great final. The experienced player up against the young, dynamic, exciting player. It's wide.
5-3.
First time I really took notice of this young lady from China was in 2006, when at the China Masters, which of course is now a Super Series event, she beat the then world champion Xi Jinping, her teammate. And then the very next week at the World Cup in Yihan, also in China, she actually reached the final, but in the semi-final beat the reigning Olympic champion Jiang Ning. So for a 18-year-old as she was at the time, to beat the reigning world champion one week and the Olympic champion the following week, tells you that she's going to be something special.
Service over. 5-all.
Yep, found the line.
Six, 5.
Oh, that's a good smash.
7-5.
And the problem for so many of Zhu Mi's opponents, they all know that perhaps stamina-wise she's not as fit as she could be. But how do you extend the rallies when she plays winners like that?
8-5.
Well, this is a run of 5 straight points for Zhu Mi. This is her 4th final of the year, 3rd Super Series final.
9-5.
The lady from Hong Kong won the Korean Open and then was runner-up at the Singapore Open. Well, there's a clear example of what I was trying to explain a little earlier about how Wang Yihan likes to play this round the head shot, even when it's a fast driven shot towards her backhand side.
Service over.
Yeah, she looks a little bit nervous at the moment to me, does Wang Yihan. Oh, that's a lovely drop shot.
Service over.
Youngster playing that with disguise, but what was more impressive was the thought process. She had outmaneuvered her opponent before going for that winner. Oh. And again, playing the right shot at the right time.
8-10.
The reverse angle. Yeah, lovely shot. Acute angle, good placement, good disguise.
Service over. 11-8 interval.
Yeah, good judgment once again from Zhu Mi, the former champion. It's that run of 6 points from 3-5 down to 9-5 up that really did the damage. Zhe, coach to Wang Yihan. Of course, he was former world champion, won the title in Birmingham, England in 2003.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
And the Hong Kong coach, former Chinese men's doubles player himself.
11-8. Play.
Yeah, very nice.
Service over. 9.
I really am very, very impressed with Wang Yihan. I think she has huge potential. Clear just long. I guess the only question mark and what we have yet to discover is And of course she does get her ranking up in to the top 10 and maybe even higher, top 3 in the world, which I'm sure she probably will do at some stage. Then of course the pressure's going to be on her, and so far of course she's not under pressure. She's not expected to win, here to gain experience, and the burden of expectation does have a funny effect on players. There is Shashwanzer. Just wide, back level.
12 all. Service over. 13.
Yeah, it was a good rally.
12.
Zhu Mi going for the dangerous cross-court winner, though. Worked on that occasion, but it was it's always a shot that if you play cross-court, if your opponent gets it back, then you've got the full diagonal of the court to run to retrieve the next shot. It's always a risky option. Terrific neck play. Oh, wonderful rally.
14-12.
That was an extraordinary net shot from Zhu Mi. Seemed to somehow be an inside-out forehand. Missed it.
Service over.
And when she gets tired, when she's feeling the pace of the rallies, I think we'll see her going for the lines more and more. Yes, and very typical of Zhu Mi, taking her time, wandering around the court, making her opponent wait. From her perspective, it had the desired effect.
15-13.
This is a good rally. Oh, it's a sensational rally.
16-13.
Well, in the end, it was the youngster who got tired. Well, having said that, she covered an awful lot of court in that rally. And both players now taking the opportunity to tell down, but the timeout was initiated by this lady. Oh yeah. All I said is she got more fatigue. She'd go for her winners. That was a prime example. Feeling the pace of the last rally. Not waiting to outmaneuver her opponent, just going for the outright winner straight down the line. If it works, it's absolutely superb, but it is a risky strategy. Oh, I don't believe it. That is fantastic.
17.
Little flick of the racket head at the very last moment, guiding it across court. Well, that is absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm slightly surprised that the umpire isn't asking the players to get a move on a little bit sooner in between rallies. No, it's too long off the back line.
Service over. 18-14.
This young lady hasn't dropped a game all tournament so far. Things looking fairly difficult from this situation. 4 points adrift. Not impossible though. And certainly not impossible when she plays rallies like that.
15-18.
Pushed Zhou Mi deep into the backhand corner, then brought her forward to the net, to the forehand side, and then went for the smash down her backhand side. Really making the veteran player from Hong Kong work hard on court. And the more that she can do that, the more I favour her chances of defeating the former champion. She's back to within a point.
17-18.
Much to the approval of Xia Xuanze. Once again, she's worked her opponents so hard in these early stages, scrambling shuttles back, extending the rallies, and now she's reaping the rewards because Zhou Mi is struggling now fitness-wise. She's not recovering as quickly as perhaps she should, both during the rally and in between rallies. It's 18 all first game. And now into the lead. 5 straight points for the world junior champion. And just a moment ago I said, well, at 14-18 it was looking ominous for her. Well, it can all change so quickly. The error from Zhou Mi and another sign of fatigue. 6 straight points for Wang Yihan, and now 2 game points. Wonderful comeback wonderful fighting spirit. Oh, that was going out.
Service over.
Would have landed wide.
20.
This time she converts, and the little squeal of delight from the world junior champion. Wang Yihan takes the opening game against the two-time former champion, Mi ZHOU of Hong Kong. She had to come back from 14-18 down. But my goodness, well, we saw her do that in an earlier match, in the quarterfinal to be precise, against the Enrico Rossi, where she came back from 15-20 down in the second game. Well, the world junior champion obviously never gives up. And the opening game is hers, 21-19.